a present from the Fults Valley Bailey Railroad. A new coffee mug to add to the shelf. But that's not what this video is about. Let me get in front of this camera here and explain what happened today. Oh, this is Joe from Black Rock Central Railroad. And what happened today is something that has probably been in the works for 2 years. Most of you know that Ray Boble and myself live approximately 5 miles apart, but we have never gotten together on each other's layout or even seen each other's layout. So today Ray was over here, spent a couple hours touring the Black Rock Central, conversing, having a good old time. He took a little bit of video, so I'm going to let him show that video when he gets it uploaded. What you're about to see now is the second half of the day when I went over to Ray's house. And here again, like I said, we're 5 minutes away from each other. And this is the first time we've actually been able to get together. So let me turn this camera off and what are we doing? Yeah, we're going to upload what I shot over at Ray's today. And then we'll be back for a little bit of a recap. So we'll talk at you after the video. Well, okay, fans. Ray Boble was just at my house. Now I am at his house. We have attempted this rendezvous many times, and it has never really worked. But today it did. So we're just going to take a walk around here. A lot of Chessie locos. I like to see that. And of course, my camera is nowhere near as nice as Ray's, so it's kind of hard to get things in. We are going to take a nice slow walk, at least around the outside edge here. And of course, we have the infamous Ray Boble metal poles.
Yeah, the topic of everybody's discussions.
However, they will serve a function eventually. It's not like they're just there supporting the layout. And this lower one here is the one that you built with the bridge crew, correct?
Yep. Yep, that's the infamous.
I followed along on that. I like that color.
Here it is, you were having issues at your house getting things to act right.
Well, that's always the case. Like you said, somebody comes to visit or you turn the camera on, yeah, it all breaks. And which yard is this, Ray?
That is Beauville yard.
That is Beauville yard, okay.
Yep, that's the main classification for the north and southbound local freights.
And of course we have to have a GG1 run.
Kind of have blackjack on it.
We'll get better shots of that later on. Your dog's talking to us.
Yeah, she likes to get down here and roll
Oh, okay.
and make noise.
Now we're on the back side.
Yeah, just watch your step.
Yep, I saw that,
Yep.
but I missed it anyway. Roar, 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 roar. Oh, you didn't try my magic marker thing yet, huh?
No. Nope.
A fine felt tip pen, you can do wonders with that framework. Just make sure you support your arm so that you're not shaking all over the place.
Yeah, I don't have the storefronts down there because I'm still working. That was my first area that I was working on scenery, and I haven't put everything back
Yep.
over here yet.
Yep.
Yeah, Double Rock Park is underneath the.
Yeah. This will be where the trolley house is.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to walk up the back side here. The side that you will not see eventually.
Yeah, exactly. Eventually.
Our nice little residential area. And I'm not sure if we had a tornado or if these are our used car sales department.
Now, I forgot why I had put them up there. I think I was messing around down here one night and I just moved them out of my way. They're on top of the building.
Oh, we do that quite often.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times you don't notice it when you're videoing the next day, and all of a sudden you see it when it pops up on the video that, oops, I forgot to move that. And this is Harrisburg Yard.
This is Harrisburg Yard, and then this one over here is Richmond.
Okay. And I think what we're going to do is I'm going to sit right here and just wait, because here shortly the GG1 will come back around.
One can only hope.
Yeah. As long as everything's still running right.
If I've got things running at the right speed, it actually takes the trains about a minute and a half to transverse the whole layout.
Okay. That's why I run mine at jack speed. It makes the layout seem bigger. It gets me how some people sit there and they race their trains around the layout. You go, what the heck is with these people?
Yeah, that right now the GG1 is at about 30% power. The B&O, which is the F7, that one there is at 50. that one there is drawing a little bit more because those passenger cars are lighted.
Yeah.
So it does take a little bit. Not only that, but I think the one passenger train that's under the station, I think those passenger cars are lighted too. So of course they're drawing some current.
And these are all the locomotives that woulda, shoulda, coulda, but they're not on the layout right now, but they are usable.
Yep. That's all the motive power for the freight side of Harrisburg, and then of course over here is basically this is the dividing point.
Okay.
So this here is all the motive power for Richmond, and that's all the motive power for Harrisburg for the freight, and then of course the passenger trains are down here at the bottom.
Okay, now let's see what we get here with the GG1 going by. Oh yes. Very quiet too.
Mm-hmm.
Not like a lot of your typical DC locomotives and growling where you don't even need a decoder in them to make noise.
I've got a couple of those up.
Yeah, we all do.
There's the Sea Liner over there. That's an AHM. That doesn't need its own sound. And then I got a BL2 from AHM over here. That when they run, you don't need sound locomotives. They make their own sound.
Yep.
I love the sound of those AHM vertical motors, though.
Yeah. And this time, we'll catch the F unit when it comes by. From the opposite direction.
Yeah, they're down there. They're down.
It's in the far corner.
They're in the far corner.
It will be here eventually, people. You just have to wait. It's always nice seeing layouts that are still under construction, as opposed to one like mine that's probably about 80% complete or 75% complete anyway.
Yeah, there's still a lot of work.
There's a lot of snow on this layout. It's like mine was a large plywood jungle for quite some time. Back before I knew about YouTube. Okay. Now let's try to finish our tour here. We'll get the rest of the way around the corner. Now your farm here that's going to be, is this a representation of the pig farm that used to be at 695 and 95 that sat on the hill?
No, actually, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet.
Okay.
I actually built this level. I wanted to try and break up the fact that, for the most part, I mean, there are really no grades on the layout.
Yeah, that's just like mine, except for the passenger train.
I went ahead and built this up, and then after I started putting things around it, I'm like, it's a little too tall. So I'm actually going to have to come back and probably take about 2 inches off of it and drop it down a little bit. But eventually, this will be Newton's Farm, which is where the town of Newtown gets its name from.
Oh, okay.
Which is, the way that the layout works, the town of Newtown is a play on my mom's maiden, or my mom's last name. Her maiden name was Newton, so this is Newtown. And then obviously Beauville is a play on my last name, so And then the stuff that's in between is also denoted to the families, and eventually there'll be some things up here that will represent some of my wife's side of the family as well.
Okay.
Case in point, the paper mock-up.
Mock-ups are important.
Yeah, well, that turned out a lot bigger than what I thought it was going to be.
Kind of like my cement plant.
Yeah, this thing, if of course, because of the fact you've kind of been around the area for a little bit, if you go up Windermere Parkway, up where across from where Cloverland used to have their dairy farm,
Okay.
this house sits on the right-hand side, and that was where my wife's grandparents lived for a lot of years. So,
Well, where my house is, the blacktop driveway is split between myself and the next door neighbor. That driveway used to go back almost another 300 yards. And there was a 25-acre farm back there that was my grandfather's.
gotcha.
And my grandfather farmed that until cancer got him in 1956, I believe it was. But prior to that, his farming was never done with a tractor.
All done by hand.
All done by with a horse, and only had one horse the whole time. But when he died, my grandmother eventually kept that little plot of land where this house is, sold the farm, and had this house built with the profits. See what else we can find around here. Oh, yes. The infamous Hooters. Oh. All sorts of buildings to add on. And of course, we have to have more locos in reserve status. Or if they're like mine, they're shelf queens.
That's pretty much what that one shelf is with all the diesels. They're basically pretty much shelf queens.
The Air Force, we used to call them hangar queens. Now we just call them shelf queens. Okay, let's kill this robot. Okay, back again. Hope y'all enjoyed that little tour that we put on, or that Ray put on. I kind of walked all the way around. It was most impressive. He's got a lot of work ahead of him, but he is progressing nicely with a lot of good ideas. That's what's important, is the good ideas. And watched his trains run around. We even talked about getting together again later on and maybe having an op session over at his house, then coming over here and doing one on mine. So hope you all like that. And Rick, thanks for the mug. It'll go on the shelf with all the rest of them. So guys, that's it for now. Y'all have a good one. Be safe, and we'll talk at y'all later. Bye for now.